Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. It's Will over there. What's up, Will?
Morning. What are you at?
Morning from sunny Miami. It's still pitch black out here, but you see a little bit of the sun peeking through. It's gonna be a cold day in Miami. It's cold down here today, man.
I have to ask you: is there a festival going on behind you? It sounds like you.
I asked you if you could hear that music, man. Oh man, we're gonna get banned on YouTube, man. You can't have music playing in the background.
Are you coming from a? Were you coming from the pool party and right up to the show? 24 straight
I don't
hours?
actually rent the rooms here. I actually just I sleep on one of those little chairs behind me by the pool. That's what I do over here in Miami.
So is that piped in music or is that a live event going on?
We had a festival here last night. We were just waking up this morning. All right, everybody, man. Hold on a second. Let me get this disclaimer up.
Disclaimer.
Everybody remember, option trading is risky. You got to do your research. You got to trade on your own. We're just giving you some ideas, but do not take our advice. You got to not do that. You got to not do that. So you got to do your own research and make your own trades. We are not responsible for lost funds.
And always be careful when setting up your YouTube videos that you're not on a pool above a festival going on.
Dude, you know what happened here? Will tricked me. I was like, Will, put your headphones in, man. Turn up your sound. Can you hear this music? He's like, what music? What are you talking about? I'm like, the music. Can you hear this music? No, man, I can't hear any music. I don't know what you're talking about. So
more importantly,
thanks, brother.
Can you see the chameleon right now?
Got it. We got it, man.
The music of the data right now coming from the chameleon. Come a chameleon. So I was scrolling down the market feed this morning, flipping through, trying to find some semblance of an idea. And the first thing that popped to me was DSW. Looks like a lot of just call and put activity. So I clicked over to DSW. Well, I landed on the summary page. I might as well show how it went down. Yep. And over here, we saw order flow sentiment signal detected and FOMC meeting. So I went to the event-driven insights.
You hear? I hear actually your brain working there, dude. It's like total dial-up over there.
Yeah, I just wanted to show, but there's seasonality strength in DSW. Yep. You be aware in July, 8 out of the last 10 Julys, the stocks moved 8%. I know it's shocking, but summer's almost here. And awesome. And then I went to the earnings. Was looking at the earnings data, and now so right here, 2 days after earnings, the earnings are coming up today.
Gotcha.
So 2 days after earnings is a drift lower. 1 day as well. 4 in a row it's happened. Earnings options.
We had a question yesterday. Somebody's like, hey, Will, tell us how you trade, man. Tell us how you trade. And I was like, I think pretty much he's walking us through how Will goes about trading. I think he wanted to know if you had like a favorite strategy. But like in this stock, if you're looking at this is how you actually would break down if you want to pull the trigger on this, right?
I'm going through, and obviously I show a lot of the credit spreads. I mean, I prefer to take in some income when I do a trade, and you know, if you had unlimited resources like a Mr. Bezos or Mr. Zuckerberg, you'd probably, or Mr. Cuban, who's a big seller of options. You set up an account where there's enough in that account where you're not afraid to lose it all if it goes against you. You know, selling the insurance is a nice way to approach it. But then there are always opportunities to buy options too in particular positions. But you know, you got to go through and make your own decisions. I'm just showing you how I use it for the research.
Sure. I mean, they just wanted to know, you know, how somebody with 20 plus years of experience looks at it. I think they wanted to. They wanted to know the secret sauce, and you're seeing it right here. This is the secret sauce.
It's the secret sauce is the chameleon. This is the data we've always used, and now we've structured it in where we used to just look at, you know, our spreadsheets, basically all the stuff we put in it, you know, Excel at the time. So, and the next thing that grabbed me, which I played with, and we haven't looked at, I mean, this was an unusual stock volume report yesterday. So I just went through this entire report minus this HDS, because this was a small amount, and just looked for opportunities in each of these.
Yep.
I mean, and that's what you do. You're looking for ideas, right? Something that, and then you start using the chameleon to chisel away and find something that works for you.
Well, I can tell you did a lot of research, man. Look at that. He's got at least 20 tabs open up there, man.
Yep, I do. So Tiffany, I was looking at first to see if anything was posted. I went to the post to see if there was anything posted about what kind of option volume was taken advantage of over the last couple weeks, because that was an unusual stock volume report. Yeah. And sure enough, something showed up in the puts, large put activity. So I went to look to see if I could take in a credit in a bearish spread. So I looked at debit put spreads, and and this is the next step, right? I don't know who was asking that question yesterday, but this is a back tester that's being created. So this actually goes through all the data and pulls out the best opportunities by strikes and scans for high win rates, theoretical edge, cushion, yep, return if the stock goes the way you want. And so there are a bunch of opportunities if you want to take a bearish position in Tiffany and taking in a credit. So again, this is what the chameleon gives you. The next one was Alcoa. There was an order flow sentiment detected is bullish. Those little heads up occur in the upper right hand corner. Yep. I went in and looked at a bullish credit put spread screener, and there you go. Again, a heavy back test in AA, and a lot of opportunities with the theoretical win rate, theoretical edge, high win rate, the cushion, and the percent return if the stock is flat.
I would think with them, a lot's got to be tied to the China deal, right? You would think with Alcoa.
It could, and that's supposedly coming. But you look at the notional in these the calls that have been traded. It was really a big jump. Something to be aware of if you're an Alcoa trader, or if Alcoa is something that interests you. The next one was XLU. And this was a high put volume in XLU. I found that, again, by going to the posts.
Yep.
Now, do you know what XLU is?
I don't know. Some sort of utility spider?
Yeah. Look at you reading the the top of the summary. It's an ETF made up of utility stocks. You can go down and look at the ETF profile, and it gives you the top 10 holdings right here. Yep. Always so much data on the chameleon. But I looked at the bearish play. Now here there wasn't the theoretical edge, but you could still find places.
Negative theoretical edge. Man.
Yeah. So you have to be careful, but there are places where you can put it on with cushion to the upside and a good return. So that doesn't mean that's going against your account.
Sure.
Right? It's just looking in. But I mean, before we expose this piece with the win rate and theoretical edge, all we used to look at on the chameleon when we used to do the show, I don't know if you remember, was
the upside cushion. That's right.
So there are 4 things to look at. Just be aware of that. And if you are looking to play XLU, you'd want to do something with cushion to the upside and a percent return, a reasonable percent return if it does what you want it to do. The next in the list and the last was NRG. It's kind
You're on the energy today, man. What happened, dude? Did you get your electric bill yesterday?
Did I what?
What's going on, dude?
Did I pay my electric bill?
Oh my God. Have you ever done that where you forget to pay your you're like, the power goes out? Well, you guys don't get it up there, but in Costa Rica we'll get it where the power will go out. And my first thought isn't, oh geez, what happened to the power? My first thought is, oh shoot, did I pay my electric bill? Because they will literally, if you forget to pay your electric bill, they'll shut it off the day after you were supposed to pay your electric bill.
Oh. It's funny in a socialist country, there are no rules.
Oh man, it is brute. It's true, man. Very, very interesting. Where the government owns these utilities, and yet they give you no. They're supposed to be for the people. You know, you don't pay your water bill the day after you don't pay your water bill. That water gets cut off, man. It's pretty funny.
That is funny.
Don't forget, man. You got to put it in your calendar.
we are from the same mom for sure. That's I feel
That happens to you too, man.
I've had that fear before. As I've gone,
I wake up with cold sweats of not paying the electric bill.
As I've gone out and turned on our generator, I'm like, man, did I screw up something here? It's usually within the top 3 thoughts.
Dude, that's so awesome. Hey, man, dude, I think that's what makes a great achiever, man. When you're like, how did I screw up, man? Not what did they do? It's what did I do wrong here?
What did I miss?
What did I do wrong?
I did look at the unusual option volume, and there were a little more puts in NRG that traded on the 12th. Then I also looked at the stock chart. I mean, this wasn't something that really I was like, I have to do this, but it just
it's not a lot of stuff. Yeah.
But it occurred to me this is a stock testing new highs at the top of its range, through its range, which we usually look at as super bullish. I happen to just do and again, I'm looking at things, right? This was, this is the start of my research. So there are some bearish plays in it. I looked at it from the bearish side. Maybe this turns over. Maybe it, whatever. So, but you could look at it from the bullish side. I think it was maybe the few more puts that traded, but probably nothing screaming, So that was, just something I wanted to show that these reports, and I didn't even, there's a full report here. You can click on that. These reports are helpful, and it can start, you can start building a thesis, a trading thesis around it. We go to so the next thing I looked at after, that was it. Sprint. There was news on Sprint. Yeah, it's a little nothing stock. Used to be one of the majors in the phone space. But they do have like 50 million people who use their cellular network, which and supposedly that network exposed other people, and it's exposed other people's phone numbers and sent text messages to other people, which I thought was somewhat funny in the sense.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, like other people were seeing other people's texts.
And so like I would send you a text and then you'd see all my previous texts or something like that?
Yeah, and basically data was going from one person to shared amongst the group. And it just occurred to me, it's like those old remember you'd get on the phone when we were kids, the dial-up phone, and you could hear other people talking?
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
It's just, data, technology, data, it's
always, man.
There's always risk. Always risk. Nothing is perfect. You have to accept those flaws in everything, right? Whether you're flying, driving a car. I mean, you and I have had that, conversation of self-driving cars. I mean, there are going to be issues. We have to take the position that long, given everything, it's better.
Yeah, you got to take the good with the bad.
You got to take the good with the bad. So I just did a quick bearish look, or whatever in Sprint. There wasn't much there. Next, I did looking at the FMOC. Actually, maybe that was triggered. What was that triggered by? Oh, maybe it was this NRG. Yeah, NRG showed me a stock pattern detected by the Federal Reserve meeting.
Right.
So there was a drift with it. One day before.
Tell people what you mean. When you click on you clicked on stock pattern detected. It brought up the
Federal Reserve. Yeah, and it just
know how you got there.
It was 83% negative occurrence, 75%, and these were over the last 12 FOMC meetings.
Yep.
So it just made me think about doing a screen. We haven't done one in a bit, and that FOMC meeting is in the next. It's tomorrow, actually.
Right. So anybody who hasn't used this, you just select from that first drop-down arrow, the FMOC meeting, and it's going to pop up. Yeah, there you go, Will. So there you go. You can see all the different things like Christmas Day, and the jobless claims reports are in there. And so you just pick the FOMC meeting, and there you go. And it shows you, moves around that meeting.
Yeah. So I looked and took 12 observations, win rate above 70%, average return 2%, and these are short hold periods. Yeah. And then I switched over to, because it gave, and again, this is a huge back tester of trades and data. And you can see how many, this was almost 1,200,000 entries filtered down to 20. Yep. There's some big names in here: Nike, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Alibaba was in there, Wells Fargo. So it's a great tool and resource to use to find opportunities.
Absolutely. Nice, man.
There you go. You want one last one? A conversational piece?
Yeah, man. I'll take one more. Why not? Remember, everybody, while you're on YouTube, click down below, click that subscribe button, tick that bell, and you catch us live here every morning. If you are on the Chameleon, click on the right-hand side. There's a subscribe button. Click that subscribe button and follow along with the premium data that Will's using. And yeah, give us that last one.
Wait. Has anyone clicked on that and sent you an email? Do we owe anyone a cup?
I'll send you we got a couple, so I'll send them after the show. I've been a little bit, this is what happens when you're on semi-vacation. You stop working, man. You just, you hang out by the pool, you go to concerts, you eat food, you gain 20 pounds, and then you got to go back to work. So I'm ready to go back to work, man. So,
Well, it is great. It is great that you've let the Chameleon community feel a piece of the vibe you got going on. The Caribbean music in the background, the sun coming up over the pool.
Dude, all I know is after this show, man, I just need to go run, hit the gym, start losing this weight, man. This will not stand.
So anyways,
you know what I'm saying, brother?
I have no idea what you're saying.
By the way, what's the weight?
I can barely hear you over
give everybody a little heads up. What's the weight at right now, brother?
Oh, the weight's 231, I think.
231. And what'd you start at?
Right around 250.
All right, brother. So what's the end goal, man? What's the end goal?
185.
185.
It's a process.
185.
Someone told me they had a doctor. I could go see a doctor and there's some pills.
Yeah.
And I could lose 50 pounds in 40 days. I'm like, if I lose 50 pounds,
they give you a tapeworm, dude.
I lose 50 pounds in 40 days.
You're dead, dude.
I'm gonna gain 100 pounds.
Yeah, that's called cancer, dude.
Wait, did you just the word cancer and start laughing at the top of your mouth? Jesus, come on.
In 40 days. What is that? That's called you're dying.
Yeah, it can't be good.
You do not want that, brother. Just stay away from that.
Yeah, and I think that would be a big yo-yo. I would gain 100 pounds back. Right. So, anyways, Tesla's in the news this morning. I guess the SEC has gone to the judge and been like, "Listen, this guy said every tweet he sent out would be reviewed, and none are being reviewed."
Wow.
And,
dude, why doesn't he just hired me? I'll stamp it. Everyone. Yep. No, totally reviewed it.
No, well, that's
reviewed.
Obviously
100% reviewed.
We talked about that. That's what's happened. That's why the legal counsel left. It's interesting. We'll see how it ends. But anyways,
I'm assuming that's why they left. They didn't say that, did they?
Well, it's pretty much.
We're all assuming, yeah.
If there was a place to wager that, I would bet heavily.
I would bet the house on that one.
if it was priced as a coin flip, I would bet the. But anyways, it is interesting the Tesla's trading pattern around the FOMC meeting. This just maybe, is interesting. The day of, it typically gains on average 1.3%. These are the last 6 occurrences. Yep. One day after, it's down, and 2 weeks after. So just an interesting stock pattern occurrence around this FOMC. And the only thing that drew me to it was, Tesla was being talked about this morning. And
so when are we going to get a ruling on that? When is that actually going to come down?
When he's hanging in the town square by his toes.
Man, no, seriously, when's that? Is that happening this week, or when's that actually?
Well, I'm assuming it's in front of the judge, so there should be a decision
shortly.
I mean, I don't know what you do. Can you take a person's company away from him? I mean, it's like
they could make it, suspend him for who knows, right? I mean, that's where the risk is, right? So everybody's got their head on a swivel here. Got to be careful, both ways, right? You got to be careful both ways because you get a positive ruling, all of a sudden this thing, pops 8%. You got to be careful, right?
Yeah, an 8% move in Tesla doesn't seem like a big thing. He can drive the stock, down 20, up 20. It seems like he's got a new shoe line too, a Tesla shoe line. It's a custom Jordan.
Do they automatically lace up? They just.
Yep, right. It's like the old what was that? Back to the Future. That shoe that like laced up and
absolutely
auto laced.
By the way, you know what's really needed, man? Like if you have kids, socks, dude. A sock that like goes on really loose and then sucks up. So anybody interested in building that product, that's a winner. Because if you've ever put socks on your kid, you know what I'm talking about.
Will it make that sound too? Will the socks make that sound too? It's the sucking sock.
That's the most important aspect of the sock. Not that they actually work as socks. It's just that they go. That's the critical part.
That is great.
Remember, everybody, click the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Click that bell. Catch us live. And if you are on the Chameleon, thank you for joining us. And remember, try that premium data and analytics. Just click the subscribe button. Try it free for 7 days. Right, brother?
Yeah, get down to the pool and have some fun.
Woo! I'm hitting the gym. I will talk to you. Look at this light. Oh, man, it's the golden hour.
It's beautiful.
All right, everybody. Have a great day trading. Stay safe out there.
Bye, chameleons.